is Project Let's Talk season finale. Yeah! Very special today. Our co-host is, do I call you Robert? Do I call you Dr. Robert Johansson?
You can call me Robert. You can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me any bad names, okay? Bad words or anything.
All right, first name basis. Robert.
Robert's
Welcome to our show. Thank you so much for stepping in and help us with this season finale. A little bit about Robert. So Robert actually started NTUSD back in 2005.
Yes.
Not a lot of people know about this. I know about this. Our OIA, Office of International Affairs, was actually started, created, and built by Robert back in 2005.
And other people as well, not just me. We had Lo Lao Shi and Sarah Lao Shi, Brooks Lao Shi, and a lot of other good Taiwanese workers as well.
Wow.
It's a teamwork. I didn't do everything.
And a lot of our viewers know that we talk about OIA a lot in our show,
Yes.
because this show is made in collaboration with so many local students and international students, exchange students, and this show is for them. So OIA, great organization. Thank you so much for starting, creating, and building such a wonderful organizations on campus, serving and helping, taking care of our students.
Thank you for saying that, but I just do a tiny bit. I mean, we have, like we say in English, teamwork makes the dream work. And what we started became an incredible organization, and I'm just a tiny little fingernail now of it. It's incredible what they've done with our project.
Cool. Now, with my glasses off, let's start the show. Hello. Welcome to our show, Project Let's Talk. Today, I'm your host, Wannie, and we have a very special, wonderful co-host, Robert, here with us. And today is also very special that we have 3 guest students, Patty, Jesselyn, and Chialy.
Now, Wannie, I'm a little curious. Why do we have 3 young ladies here today?
Patty, Jesselyn, and Chialy are all working for a student volunteer project that my office is running for a few years now.
Wow.
So maybe Patty and Jesselyn can tell us a little bit more about your work relationship and how did you two meet?
So I met Patty for the first time when I joined the info session for STEAM program. I remember clearly at that time she was there, standing in front of us, and she was introducing herself, with all of the competition that she has won. And she was recruiting assistant for this program at that time, and I was like, I really want to join her. That is the first time I met Patty.
Yeah, so our STEAM program just started last semester, and she was one of our group leader, and she seems to enjoy the true day. Yeah,
I do enjoy it a lot.
What about Chialy? Chialy, what's her role?
Chialy.
Okay, so I know this Jhuang volunteer project because I joined Wannie class, and then she introduced that this Jhuang volunteer project. So this is my first ever volunteer project in my life, and
I did not know.
It was really interesting and memorable experience in my life.
Okay, cool. So Robert, to give you just a little bit more details about their volunteer project. They go to different sites, different schools in rural areas, and Patty and Jesselyn are responsible. They're actually captain and co-captain for the program. So they design curriculum, they design activities, they lead students, same age, right? Same from the same class, college students, but they're the leaders. They lead the students to go to Taidong Chishang Guozhong, right? Chishang Guozhong, and for a STEAM-themed program. STEAM, Jesselyn, what does STEAM stand for?
So STEAM is basically stands for science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics.
Right.
Yeah.
And what is very special about Patty, our captain for the program, is Patty is actually from our good neighbor, Taida.
Oh, wow.
So again, yet to another very special factor of this season finales, we have a non-NTUST student, our good friend,
Oh.
Taida student. So Robert, do you know that Jesselyn and Chialy are actually Indonesian students? They
Wow.
are originally from Indonesia.
Ooh, I love Indonesia.
Yes.
Wow. Well, could you tell us a little bit about your hometowns? Because I would love, everybody loves Indonesia, and we would love to know about your hometown.
Okay, so our hometown is Medan. It is located in North Sumatra, Indonesia. So in our hometown, you can see pretty much the same as Taiwan. Well, not pretty much the same. I mean, there is a lot of these scooters as well. We travel a lot using scooters, and then we have this delicious food to eat. It really is so good. Yeah.
And also Medan has like Ryuetan, and it's called Danau Toba, and it's really really beautiful scenic scene there, and it was really really beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, a fact, this Lake Toba is the largest volcanic lake in the world.
Wow.
Is it still like live? Alive like a volcano does it
volcano is
erupt?
Yes,
It is
still
still
like
Oh, still
Wow.
active. Okay.
Yeah.
So you two knew each other before you came to Taiwan?
So we went to the same school,
Yeah.
Sutomo 1, okay?
Sutomo 1.
Sutomo 1 private school, and she is my junior, and like unfortunately, surprisingly, okay, and surprisingly, she is my junior as well in National Taiwan University of Science and Technology, and we are currently studying business administration.
So you're classmates now. And you were classmates before and you're classmates now.
No,
no.
senior and junior relation.
Yeah.
Oh, 学姐学妹.
Yes.
Wow.
Robert, you know 学姐学
Yeah,
妹?
yeah, 学姐学妹. Wow. That's incredible.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I remember I met Chialy. I mean, I know Chialy before I came to Taiwan. Because in our school, in our Sutomo 1 private school, she is categorized as the popular kid. So
Oh,
no,
the
really,
popular
really
girl.
is, because she's so beautiful, and then she's also very talented, and she has good Chinese. So like we kind of know her already before we go to Taiwan. Yeah.
Wow, so she was famous before she even got here, and now she's a star.
The it girl on campus.
Yeah, the
right?
it girl.
The it girl on campus.
The popular crowd.
So Jesselyn mentioned that Chialy is very talented. I firsthand observe how talented she is. Chialy is actually very good at calligraphy.
Calligraphy.
So in the volunteer program, Chialy helped the whole program she's now responsible for to be the 小编. So for social media.
Oh,
So she's
wow.
responsible
Like the
for
the
editor to promote Patty's activities, Patty's
Wow.
program, Jesselyn's program, and other student volunteers program by posting like great photos.
Wow.
And Chialy handwrite some like slogans, right? Slogans.
PLG's posted.
Project Let's Go or Project Let's Talk,
Wow.
right?
Yes.
And be an inspiring
That's-
force.
Yeah.
So she actually handwrite all those things
Wow.
and design redesign or elevate our logo. So she's very, 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 very talented in that way. Maybe toward the end of the show, we'll ask Chialy to
Yeah.
write a card for you,
Oh.
Robert.
That would really make my day. I would love it. I would love to. I would love
Okay.
that.
Patty is the captain
Captain.
of the STEAM program
Wow.
Jesselyn had just introduced. And Patty is from NTU, Taiwan 大学.
Oh. Wow.
So she's really, really dedicated to the program and dedicated to her team members. I am just very curious. She's been with us for over a year now, right? Over a year now, and she I don't know, does it feel like you abandoned your school? You abandoned
What's it like
Taiwan?
to come here when, I mean, that's incredible.
You should watch her riding bicycle. Zoom!
Oh, yeah.
Because I like to ride bicycles, so
Sure.
it's good to transport from campus to
So
campus.
帅, so 帅, 帅气. From her campus and cross Jilonglu,
Wow.
and park her bicycle here, and then come and work with mostly NTUST students. But of course, our teams we do have students and people coming from different places. But how does it feel for you to work in a predominantly NTUST students environment?
Yeah.
How does it feel? Like, cause like we all grew up in Taiwan, and like, I mean it's like 70 students comparing with each other, like we all compared to National Taiwan University. So like in such comparing environment, we always like I never done good enough. But in NTUST, like the students or like teachers like Wannie or Pro always say that, oh, you done so well, right? And like you get a lot of energy to keep moving on, and I think NTUST and this PLG team is really great.
Cool.
Wow, more motivated, huh? That's great.
That's the warmest, most loving compliment I've ever heard about NTUST. That is so touching. Robert, I don't know how you feel about working at NTUST, because NTUST is mostly, about science, about technology.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Right? And Patty just said, but she feels like in other environment, for example, her school, it's a lot about competition, right? You have to be better than your classmates, and maybe the faculty members or the schools or the whole society is actually expecting a lot from you. But here, from what I heard, right? Patty said here we cherish the relationship, we work together, and we're very warm. That is very interesting. First time I've ever heard like NTUST is actually a warm environment. What do you think, Robert?
I have to say that's why I came back. I was overseas in another place making schools and kindergartens before, and I happened to be invited back, and the first thing I thought of was how much I love NTUST, and especially the fact that it's a large group of about 150 or so professors. I can remember the number right now. Just a few professors, not that many professors in a small space, that everyone sort of minds his or her own business, and they respect each other very much, and they spend a lot of time with the students, and a lot of
too much time
cultivating the students, right? And so I really like that a lot, because in the United States I didn't always have that, and so I think it's good. That's why as a professor I try to give to my students as much as I can. So I love the fact, I love to hear that. Thank you.
Robert, so you heard the three young ladies talked about like volunteer work, volunteer projects, and Patty and Jesselyn work for a STEAM-themed project. And you curious about like a little bit more about the detail of the project, the volunteer work that they do?
I would love to hear more. I hear that there's some involvement with the school or something. I would love to know more if you wouldn't mind sharing with us.
So Chialy Chialy has a very special experience volunteering at a very small elementary school project. That was she was in my class, right? That was part of a assignment or an activity. So Chialy, maybe you can tell Robert a little bit more about that project. That was really fun. That was a really cool project.
Okay, so I went to Jhuang Elementary School, located at Pinglin District, and it was near Nanshan Temple, which is tourist attraction. And I will introduce a little bit about Jhuang Elementary School, because that school is only has 5 students in total, and there are 2 brothers as well. So it was really small, small kids in total, and the school was nearly abandoned because they only have like 5 students. And luckily there is teacher Huang, who is persists in maintaining the school. So the first memorable thing is I made candied roselle flowers, and after we made the candied roselle flowers, it will be sold to Nanshan Temple, and the profit from selling it will used to maintain the school. And the second one is we go planting, and it was my first planting experience as well. Yeah.
Planting.
So
Wow.
first one is we remove the unwanted plants in the grass using shovel and rakes. And the second one is we dig a hole and we plant a seed there. And the third one is we cover the hole by using fertilizer. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like back-breaking work. Were you sore the next day? My gosh.
We are really tired, but it was memorable experience. I will never forget.
So the flower, say the name of the flower again.
Candied roselle.
Candy roselle. Robert, do you know what kind of flower is that?
Well, it's probably a very beautiful flower.
Yes. 洛神花. Yes.
洛神花.
洛神花.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a red flower? Is it a...
Yeah, it's red.
Okay. Well, that was a lucky guess.
So they made juice out of the flower, syrup, right?
Wow.
And they also made
Candy?
sweets.
Yeah,
not like
sweets.
candy, but sweets.
Yeah.
So like you can snack on the 洛神花.
Yes. The
Wow.
crunchy.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess my first question is, can I have some when it comes out? Because I'm really hungry and that sounds delicious. So could you tell us how long does it take to make this syrup and candy? I mean, this is crazy from a flower.
Okay, so the first step is we fermented the flowers by using sugar, and then we put it like for a week, and after that we removed all the water inside the flowers, and then we put it into bags and then sell it to Nanshan Temple.
Yeah. It's a very beautiful place. I've been to that school for a few times. Of course, Zhuang is very beautiful. Most of our volunteer sites or our site works, like Patty said, 出队, are going to really beautiful, rural, yes, but very beautiful places. Next time you should come with us.
Did you say 池上?
池上, yes.
You mean where the famous rice is from?
Yes,
on
of
the
course.
East Coast?
Yes.
Oh, I used to live in Hualien, so I love 池上. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Rui Sui and the
Yes.
beautiful
Yes,
area.
yes,
Wow, I
yes.
love that. That's so
Yeah.
nice that you could do the volunteer work there to help those people out there.
We don't.
It's really
Do we
good.
help them? You think, Jesselyn, Patty?
Well, like we 那什么交换视野
Yeah, we exchange, right? We
Yeah.
work with them. We work together. Not necessarily we help anything,
I see.
right?
Yeah.
But we exchange
different
knowledge,
aspect of
different
life.
perspectives. Yes,
Wow.
different life experience. Yes, different life experience. We learn. I bet you work with the little kids. I know you only have 5. You know?
So incredible.
Some middle school they have.
20
You have 20. Yeah.
Oh,
20
so that's a big school,
Yeah.
I guess, compared
Right,
to
much
this
bigger
one,
school. Then they only work with a portion of the school kids.
yeah,
But 20 something kids and their teachers.
Wow.
The kids are smart. They probably taught you a lot, right, by working with them and all that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get a call from the academic affairs, and because Robert Lao Shi and myself, we both teach GE classes, and I what is the title of your course?
Well, I teach right now a course called, right now I teach syntax, which is a AFL class, and then I teach multicultural communication, intercultural communication.
Okay.
So it's kind of similar.
Very similar. Yeah. I also teach international cultural practices, issues. But I assume I'm probably gonna, receive a call from academic affairs asking, what are you doing? Taking students to Zhishan?
Well, I think
making 什么花洛神花
I think I used to live on the East Coast for about 4 years, and I have to say it's so great to bring Indonesian students there. You're going to totally change their lives, because a lot of those people have never really even left the East Coast, and so that's something really important. You're really changing their lives, and I like being part of that. It's really impressive.
Let's do it.
Because when you live on the East Coast, it's like, whoa, Taipei is already really a faraway place, but Indonesia, I mean, that's just incredible. You have to learn and exchange. There we go. Yeah, there we go, baby.
Professor's in the house.
不是，就还好，你戴上去看看，我觉得。
哦，
哇，你后面有扫把。